Walker Valley softball and celebrating a state championship. We got coaches Lauren Limburg and April Richards in the house first, leading off top of the order right here. So, coaches, how we doing tonight? Thanks for coming in.
Doing great. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. So, you were a part of this last year, and I'm sure the confidence level was high with your senior class coming back and your juniors as well. So, I guess let's just start from the top. I guess overall thoughts on the season. Obviously, a state championship first in school history, but did a little research on 600. You got your 600th program win in the sectional game against Oakland. So what better way to get to spring fling than get win number 600? So that kind of set the tone there, and ended with a state championship in pretty uneventful fashion in that final game, 10-8 over Green Hill.
We just have a great group of young ladies, like such a great group of families, a great group of girls, and just like the amount that they've poured into this team and this season, I just really can't put into words. Like, this is so special, and I'm just so excited for them and the hard work that they put in. They put in a lot of work on their own, and it really pays off. And they listen to us. They do what we ask them to do, and they're just great kids. They're great athletes. They're great students. And just to see the season culminate in a state championship for me is just incredibly humbling. To see the amount of people that were there to support us during that state championship run, especially in the championship game, just the parents, the former players, the teachers, the community members, our administration, like friends, my family. Like, it was just so cool and so humbling to think of all the people that have poured into this program and to accomplish a state championship. I mean, that's the pinnacle of your sport, and it was incredibly humbling for me, and I'm just so proud of the young ladies and just so excited for them to accomplish that.
Absolutely. And Coach Richards, you played at Walker Valley. You've been an assistant coach for several years now. So I guess as a former player and student and just an alum, obviously it means something to you being the coach, but what does it mean to you being a Mustang who played on that field as well?
The whole thing has been just really surreal. When I was a junior, we made it to the Final Four. In my senior year, it was we were going to win. We're going to win. We're going to win. And we came up short and finished runner-up. And so, that stung for a really, really long time. And then 2018, we made it back to the championship game again, and we came up short again. And I really, in that moment in 2018, I thought, man, I could never be more proud than I am right now, just having that experience as a coach and seeing those girls, as a coach. That was the first time we had been to state, Lauren and I coaching. And those girls they were kind of tabbed as the comeback kids. Every game was a comeback win. And, we made it to the championship, made it to that second game of the championship, and lost. I think it was 4-3 or 3-2, and that one really stung because those kids really wanted it, and as a coach, I wanted it for them. And then last year we made it back again and Final Four, and then this year, we talked about state, and winning state's been a dream since last year's seniors were freshmen, and for it to actually come to fruition was just something. I wake up literally every day, I'm like, did that really happen? Did that really happen? And so just full circle, I wanted it really bad as a player. I wanted it really bad for my players, 7 years ago or whenever that was when we went back. And now for these kids to have the experience that I dreamed of as a Lady Mustang and now as a coach, like, it's just, I can't even really put it into words.
Was there a point in the season where you were like, we got a chance to do this. We can do it. So was there one point that stuck out?
I think, since day one, we knew that it was a possibility because, like, this group of seniors, they have had a state championship on their mind since day one. We kind of had a rough patch in the middle of the season, and we were like, okay, let's see what we're made of. And then toward the end of the season, we went 10-0 in the postseason. And, they had their minds made up, and they believed in it, and they believed in each other, and they made it happen.
One thing I had on the sheet here, the last loss was to Silverdale, who won a state championship the year before. That was on April 21st. After that was 12 straight wins. Defense really set the tone. Just looking at, those games, a lot of, 1 or 2 run, margins there. And then spring fling, the backs just came alive. So what was the difference, you think, leading into that, or was it just kind of the way softball goes and just all three? I guess your batting, your defense, and your pitching, I guess, just came together at the right time altogether.
Yeah, we were just in those region and sub-state games, and we faced some tough pitchers, and that's a lot of pressure. And we talk about making sure that we're focused on what we can do. Like, I need to do my job. I don't need to be perfect. I just need to do my job. And then if everybody does their job, then we're going to be successful. And they really just bought into that. We had a plan before every game, and they just executed the plan really well. And like I said, I can't say enough about just them buying in, them believing, and them loving each other, and they just made it happen.
Yeah, I agree completely. I think, when the postseason came and we played that East Hamilton game and it was 1-0, and then the Oakland game and it was 1-0. It was like, okay, if we can win those games, those pitchers in particular, I mean, those are two of the best pitchers that we saw all year. And if you can gut those games out, and our defense was just unbelievable. Our defense won ball games for sure. But to be able to execute the game plans that we had every game, and I think for our girls to know kind of what to expect from the other team, and to believe in themselves and just go out there and execute, believing in each other. I think there was never a point where they thought, oh, we're going to lose, whether we were up or down or anywhere in between. They knew the plan and they executed, and even if something didn't go our way, they just stayed the course, stayed steady, and they just outlasted them all.
So obviously the state championship game has got to be probably number one memory from the season, but is there another one that's a close second for both of you as coaches?
It's really hard to pick one. This group's so special, and just every minute that we get to hang out with them and spend time with them and to watch them grow, not only on the softball field but off the softball field, both as students and young ladies. My goal, and I know April's goal and our program's goal, is that they would be, continue to be better citizens and better human beings after they leave our program. And, it just every minute getting to hang out with these guys. I mean, just driving up here and going to eat, it's just those memories that you'll keep with you. I definitely think that Oakland game, that sectional game, was a big memory that I'll always remember. That they like to kid me about me sending Amy home and my arm being injured, because we were just so excited, and just that moment knowing we were going to state, and then just getting to experience state with this group, just incredibly special.
I agree totally. On the field wise, I think Oakland game would definitely be
also in the district tournament. Winning the district, winning the region. That's the first year in a long time. I think
2004, 2005
that we've won the district and the region in the same year. So that was really cool.
Yeah, there's just so many moments with this group that it was like big moment after big moment after big moment that you kind of get lost in all the big moments, and we'll find ourselves we'll be eating and then we'll start talking about something that happened at state or in postseason, and then we'll go on for 2 hours talking about all the cool things that happened, or the special moments, or the big plays, or the big hit, or big pitches. And it's just like it kind of like it just comes back to you at different times, and it's just been really cool to reminisce and think back over and rewatch the game.
That's been really cool.
That's been really, really cool.
Because when you're in the moment, you don't really. I mean, you think you remember what happened, but you don't really. And so when you get to rewatch it and to see the fans and see Corey up there leading the fans, and my parents, it's just so cool. And to see the girls get so excited for each other, that's one of the things that I took away from rewatching the game. I've watched it a few times, but
why would you do that?
Right? But seeing how genuinely excited they were for each other, just really made me my heart swell, because they just really cared about each other, and they loved each other, and they fought together.
It's a long time coming, so definitely a special moment. And we're kind of lucky in the area that we live in. A lot of media coverage for our high school, Local 3 and all those guys, Times Free Press are up there as well. So definitely documented, something you guys remember for the rest of your lives for sure. So we had some of the players from the CCS state championship squad in earlier this year. We talked to a few of the Silverdale, that they've made pitched a tent at Murfreesboro along with you guys as well. And they came, they had traditions or things that they like to do or go to kind of keep in that the state championship mode. Was there a place that you guys went to go eat, or what y'all did to kind of I guess like a superstitious type thing since y'all were there last year?
We didn't really have a anything necessarily like that. Before every game, we read a script, just kind of some visualization, and we would talk through the game and talk about the outcome of every game. And I think, they bought into that. They believed it. And we talk a lot about, visualizing, and your mind doesn't really know the difference between the physical reps and the mental reps. And so just being able to kind of talk through the games before the game gave them that kind of comfort that I think that they needed to feel successful.
I like it. Well, congratulations once again on the championship and coming back down here and bringing some of your players with us. So we're going to have a few of the upcoming seniors coming up here in the next segment. There, Madison Thomas, Brylie Davis, and Haley Davis. But thanks again and congrats once again.
Thank you.
The Off the Bench Spotlight Series presented by Nuga Splash. Championship feel for sure here tonight. Walker Valley softball in the house, and I want to thank Coach Richards and Coach Limburg for bringing the players involved here tonight. And we're going to start, I guess, with three of the upcoming seniors for the Walker Valley Mustangs, and that is going to be Madison Thomas, Brylie Davis, and Haley Davis. Obviously, special season, but I guess, Madison, we'll start with you. Your favorite memory from the season? It doesn't have to be Murfreesboro Spring Fling, but I'm sure that's got to be number one with the state championship game.
Definitely. I think I don't really have a favorite memory, just like all the team bonding that we do. Like we go to the beach, we go to Camp Livingstone's, and like spending quality time with the girls and getting to know them and like having a relationship with them really helps me like feel better on the field when I'm like performing and I can trust them and I believe in like everybody. It gives me the confidence.
Brylie, let's go to you. Was there a moment that stood out to you above the rest, or was it that Green Hill game for the state championship? Had to be.
This whole season was probably my favorite season. It was just there was just something different about it. I'm trying to think. I don't think I have like, besides just state in general, I think that was probably my best memory.
That bus ride back from Murfreesboro had to be pretty cool.
It was, yeah, it was.
That was my favorite.
I was going to say, I'm sure you had to buckle in the trophy and make sure that was in there first before you
we
got
definitely did that.
We brought it in the restaurant as well.
We did.
Where'd y'all eat
We
at?
showed it off.
Miller's
Ale House. We actually ate here before we came here.
Yeah.
So
it's a tradition now.
a tradition.
I like it. So, Haley, let's throw it over to you as well. And favorite moment from this 2025 season?
Yeah, kind of like Madison, just like all of our team bonding, and especially the hotel that we stayed in at State. Just like we're with our like friends in the rooms, and we got a lot of fun memories there too. So.
I'm sure you did for sure. Well, it looks like here that I think recently you committed to Covenant College, I believe.
I did.
So congratulations on that. Kind of talk about that process and what made you decide to commit right now to Covenant.
Yeah, well, I've gone to their camps and I started meeting with their coach and stuff, and I really just feel at home on that campus and stuff. And it just felt like everything was lining up, and so I decided to commit there.
Well, very good. Congratulations once again. So do you guys play like travel ball? Because obviously that's a big thing right now in the summertime for sure. You all three have teams?
I do.
Yes.
Who do y'all play for?
I play for Concord Stars.
Awesome. How about you,
I
Brylie?
took a break this summer because we were really
Nothing
busy
wrong with that?
Well, yeah, just with school and stuff.
Season might have went a little bit longer than expected, but that's a good thing, right?
Yeah,
Haley.
I played for Team Tennessee.
Awesome. So, we, the last couple of years when we've had, these student athletes that have played softball at the high school level and that play travel ball as well, we always ask them like, what's been your favorite place that you played at? Because and one thing we've learned has been like Colorado, and then it can be because the elevation change, it does affect the way the game plays out. Have y'all experienced that going to Colorado, or what's been your favorite place you played at?
I don't think I've really ever played at Colorado, maybe when I was younger.
Okay.
But the only place I played like out of state was probably like the furthest was like the beach. And it was just like really hot and just like the heat was pouring down on me. So I just like playing here.
Yeah, for sure. Well, it's not any better here right now, right?
Yeah.
Because it can be pretty hot and humid here too. Get you ready for those beach trips for sure, right?
It does.
Favorite place you play travel ball at, Brian?
I would say probably just like college fields because the facilities are way nicer.
What's been your favorite so far? Is it like SEC schools or anything like that?
No. I don't know. We played ETSU.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Southern Conference.
But I would probably say UTC. I don't know. I really like their field. It's pretty nice.
It's definitely improved as well. And you guys played there, I think, a couple times this year, right, on the turf?
Yeah, we did.
We did.
Awesome. So, Haley, how about you?
Yeah, I really like just Asheville. Whenever my team plays in Asheville, I love those fields. They're
Fun city.
Turf. Yeah, that's really nice there.
Awesome. So, Madison, I heard you mention this in the break. Tell me about, listen to Apple Music. What's on the playlist for y'all? The one song that gets y'all pumped up before a game. It doesn't have to be. It could just be one. What's one that stands out to you?
Probably They Not Like Us. We have inherited that from a scrimmage game against GPS. They walked in playing it, and then we showed them who was boss. And so that's basically been our little...
Confidence is low.
Yes.
Amongst this group, folks. Brylie, is it that one as well?
No, definitely not.
Not even close.
No,
Not close.
I just have such a wide variety, but I would say like artists. I'm just gonna go with artists because I don't have a favorite song. I'd probably say either a little bit of Rihanna or 21 Savage for sure.
Interesting. Okay.
Yes.
How about you, Haley?
I don't really know. I just listen to what everybody else listens to, but our pregame playlist has a lot of country music on it, so I like that, I guess.
So, Coach Limburg, we were talking a little bit during the break. Her husband Corey is the PA voice for the Mustangs, and talking about those walk-up songs, right? So you guys have a hand in deciding the walk-up songs, I believe. So
Yes.
What's the walk-up song for Madison Thomas?
This year I did Party Like a Rock Star.
Okay.
It's a very pumped up song, I guess.
Brylie, how about you? What's the walk-up song for you?
I actually forgot.
Clearly remembered.
No, it was Metallica.
Nice.
Yes.
Mine was I Wish by Skilo.
Nothing wrong with that. I like it. So that's one thing cool about baseball and softball is kind of y'all's personalities into the mix as well. So it just pregame or postgame superstitions or traditions. Everybody has different. Whether it's the way you tape up or you see the eye black on baseball softball players. Is there like a superstition or a tradition that you have to do before a game?
I don't really have one. I kind of just, my routine changes every day. I don't really have a superstition. I just kind of, build confidence and know I can do it and just go out there.
There you go. I like it. All right, Haley, how about you?
I don't have any superstitions, but whenever we went to state, I did wear the same earrings for a long amount of time. I wore them all through the postseason.
So what you're saying is you have to wear the same earrings all next year.
It worked, so I guess so.
There you go. Brylie, how about you? Is there superstitions or traditions for you personally?
For home games, I like to sit in my car for 10 to 15 minutes and just sit there.
Get yourself prepped up, right?
Yeah.
I like it.
For away games, I like to pray before we play, and then I also every game I wear 2 bracelets on my left arm, and they're What Would Jesus Do bracelet, and then one's a Bible verse, and then I wear 2 bracelets on my right hand as well.
So like Michael Scott said, you're not superstitious, you're a little stitious, right?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's good stuff. So, you guys going to be seniors this year. Talk about, I guess, what's the, you guys are going to be leading the charge now for your team, and, obviously there's going to be a bullseye on y'all's back a little bit, but what do you guys have to do to repeat and get back to Murfreesboro, you think?
Probably, because we don't know these new girls, probably, begin a bond probably with them and, get to know them a bit better and, know how they play the game so we all can, really, focus in on one, and hopefully make it back to Murfreesboro.
Yep, third time's a charm for sure. Brylie, how about you?
I feel like the past 3 years we've definitely relied a lot on the older girls to do things, so we're definitely gonna have to not a lot, but they're just older, so
They're the seniors, right?
yeah, so
exactly.
we kind of just let them, but I didn't mean that. I'm just taking more responsibility with things and just maturing a little bit, probably just.
Haley, how about you being another senior coming up?
Yeah, well, our seniors from last year were so good and they taught us so much. And so, learning from the legacy that they left us and, leading by example and putting in the work is definitely going to help with that.
You mentioned learning from them. What's the one lesson that sticks out to you above the rest?
Oh, my gosh. They definitely put in so much work. We knew we were going to win state this year because this senior classes worked so hard. And so, putting in the extra work to get where you want to go is the biggest thing I've learned from them.
Probably same thing, or is there another one that senior class?
I would say their
instilled in you?
work ethic really
Okay.
stands out a lot, especially they put in so much work just off the softball field and how much time, lessons, practice, just everything that really stands out.
Madison, how about you?
I would definitely agree. Every Sunday they would take us to the field and we would go hit or do something with them to better ourselves,
Yeah, for sure. So what do you three like to do away from school, away from the softball field, to kind of just be, regular teenagers or just regular, people in 2025?
I like to surf on a boat. I live on the river, so I like go on the boat a lot and like tube and stuff.
Okay. That's definitely fun.
Yes.
How about you, Brylie?
Wait, I don't do it a lot, but I just like
Nothing wrong with being a homebody.
No, like just traveling. I really would like to travel more. I love to travel as it is, but just traveling more would be really fun. So.
Okay, what's your favorite place you've been to? Or favorite vacation, whatever.
Well, last year we took a road trip to South Dakota, and this year we're going to Montana.
Quite the haul. Yeah. Interesting. That's something I would like to do in my time as well, just go cross country at some point. So, Haley, how about you?
Well, this sounds kind of dumb, but I really just like going bowling. Like, honestly, I really just like going bowling whenever I'm not playing softball.
She's actually a really good bowler.
Are you?
Not really good, but
you
played.
You were pretty good.
You do bowl.
For when we went bowling, you were pretty good.
Yeah, thank you guys.
You're
bowl
welcome.
a lot.
They're building the camaraderie in the off season, folks, for sure. That's awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming down here, willing to participate in this. You guys did great. So let's do it again next year with another state championship. How's that sound?
Yeah. Pretty good. So much.
Two of the senior leaders from that team now in the studio with us, Alyssa Davenport and Carly Blackwell. And guys, welcome back. You were with us last year, so thanks for making the time to come back down here and talk ball and ultimately talk championship. How we doing tonight?
Doing good. How about you?
Doing all right, Alyssa.
I'm doing good.
Awesome. So I guess we'll start where we start with everybody else. I guess overall thoughts on the season, and I guess getting back to Murfreesboro and closing the deal. At Blue Raiders softball field, how that feel being two of the 5 seniors?
Yes, sir. This year was just an amazing year. It's my favorite season I've ever played. You always dream about your senior year, and you always think, man, it would be awesome to go out with such like a big win or something. And just to go out as state champions, like that's literally a storybook ending. It was just such a dream come true, and it was my favorite season we've ever had.
Alyssa, how about you?
I agree. It was the best season out of all 4 years for me. It was a great way to end my high school career, and I feel like even overall, like every game throughout the season was a great game.
So obviously that Green Hill game, state championship, overcoming adversity. I think you guys had a deficit going into the top of the 7th inning, 3 outs to extend your season, and ultimately tied it up. And, you and another senior, Ryan Presswood, had your hands on the final out, Carly. So how that feel knowing that, one of your senior teammates, Alyssa had a great spring fling as well, a lot of hits and I think 3 home runs within a 2-game span. So it seemed like every one of those seniors definitely chipped in to bring home the hardware.
100%. Me and Boogs having that last out together, it was just such a special moment for both of us. I trust Boogs behind or on the mound so much, and I know that she trusts me behind her, and she trusts her defense behind her. I kind of knew before that out was made that it was coming to me. I was mentally preparing. I was just kind of thinking about what to do before it came. And once it was hit, I knew that I had to give all I had for her because I know how hard she's worked for this, and I wanted to bring it home for her and everybody else that's been a part of this.
Alyssa, your perspective being the senior and then ending it, with a state championship, how that felt?
It felt great, and I knew on that last out off the bat, I knew Carly could get there, and I knew she had it.
Because you play third, right?
Yes.
So obviously, obviously, like you said, you trust her. When you see that ball hanging up in the air, you're just thinking, please catch it, and it came true, didn't it, for sure? So and we were talking with the coaches there. Going into spring fling, it was kind of defense heavy, and then the bats just heated up in Murfreesboro. So. Talk about, I guess just that, and just do you guys just keep swinging, or do you guys have the freedom to just keep swinging at those pitches, or did anything change going into a spring fling?
Well, I think that we had a talk before spring fling. The last couple games of postseason, we came up with a plan as a team before we went into every game. The coaches came in with all of these strategies and about the pitchers and all the things we needed to know and prepare for. I think that was really beneficial to us as a team, and especially I think that we knew offense heavy was going to have to be a big deal at state. I think we knew that a lot of the teams were at state because they were very aggressive on offense. And I think that we just knew if we wanted to win it, we were going to have to flip a gear somehow. And we just did. So it was awesome.
34 runs alone in Murfreesboro, so definitely for sure. Alyssa, talk about that as well if you can.
I agree. We all had a big talk. We know that our offense had to come alive, and we all put a lot of work into our offense before we left. And even while we were there, we hit as a team there. And I feel like a lot of us changed our mindsets in the box, and we knew we had to attack early, and we knew we had to attack our pitch early that we hit is better.
For sure. So, I guess outside of this run to the championship, I guess your favorite memory from your not just your senior season, but I guess your overall career at Walker Valley High School.
It would definitely be the state tournament. I mean, both times that we went was just super special to me. And I knew that after last year's state tournament, I wanted to come back and give our freshmen an opportunity just to be able to experience that one more time. We all wanted to win. We all wanted to finish it. That was kind of our thing for this year. And so I think just every moment of the state tournament this year, being together in the hotel rooms, getting to play on the field, and just extending our season, like as a senior, we were just trying to get one more game with our girls every chance we could. And I think just pushing for each other and knowing that we wanted one more game together as a team, that was just really special.
Alyssa, how about you?
I agree. The state tournament was probably the best memories anybody could ever have. And like she said, the bus rides, the going to eat with each other, the hotel rooms, like we all made it, and we made it fun, so it made a lot of good memories.
Well, we're talking about that in the last segment there. I guess the trophy made it into Miller's Ale House, I believe, on the right back. So.
Yes, you had a table for 19.
There you go. That's awesome. So how many photo sessions did you guys really have? How many pictures did you take with that trophy? Had to be several. Had to be.
Oh, it was a lot. I think there was a lot. Even after the game and all, there was still a ton of photos. I think we were out there for like 30 minutes at least taking photos.
At least. And I know we got some more when we got back to the field, too.
Yes.
And even the parents were coming up and like, can we please have a picture with the trophy? And we're like,
I guess.
absolutely.
That's funny. So, but both of you are actually going to play ball at the next level, so congratulations on that, first of all. Alyssa, you're going to UC Upstate, and Carly, you're going to be going to Bryan College. So I guess, Alyssa, let's start with you. Kind of talk about your recruiting process, I guess, and what ultimately led you to decide to sign with SC Upstate.
I really like their coaches there. They coach in a very familiar way of like my travel ball coaches, and they just are really nice people, and they're there. They've been at USC Upstate for a long time, so I know it's not going to like change to the coaching staff and all, and I felt like I fit in there, and that was where I knew I was supposed to be.
That's a big thing in college athletics. The landscape now is just a lot of unknown. Everything's changing so much, so it's definitely kind of good to have that kind of that comfortable, familiar feel in a program. That's definitely good stuff. Carly, how about you? Just kind of talk about your process as well, and the recruiting process for you, and ultimately signing with Bryan College.
Yes, sir. I was at a travel tournament last fall, and it was the Tennessee Wesleyan tournament in Athens, and I kind of had my mind set on going to another school, or just to pursue a degree. I was looking to play softball, but I wasn't really like mind set on it necessarily. But at that tournament, I was approached by the Bryan coach. My travel ball coach told him to come talk to me, that he was somebody that I was really stood out to them, and so he came and talked to me. He was very, very sweet. I think we had an instant connection. I went on a tour of the school, and I prayed about it. I really think that's exactly where I'm supposed to go. And all the stars kind of aligned in a way for me to go there, and I just really don't think that it would have happened the way that it did if it wasn't supposed to go there for me.
What's the one thing you think you're going to miss the most going to college and being away from home? The typical food spots probably around where your house is right now?
Oh, yeah, I would say that. I definitely would just say being away from home. I was hoping to kind of stay home, but things didn't happen like that, and I'm really glad they didn't, but in a way, I'm still going to miss my home and just being with my family all the time.
Alyssa, how about you?
Yeah, going 4 hours, it's not going to be like I can come home anytime, So I would say definitely like seeing my parents every day and just being with them.
Absolutely. So, I think we asked you this last year. We talk about pre-game, post-game, superstitions, traditions. Did anything change, or what do you guys kind of do the same thing?
I personally don't have a pre-game routine or anything. I just kind of go as my day.
You just go?
Yep.
Okay. Carly, how about you?
I'm extremely superstitious. I kind of, when I do something that works, I don't stop doing it, and I just kind of keep adding to a list before the games. At state, all season actually, I wore these earrings and this necklace, and I lost one of the earrings the game before the state championship in the game, and I was freaking out, but it's okay because we still won. But yeah, that, and I put my cleats on a certain way and all the things.
Did you have one earring in and one out, or how'd that work?
Well, I went into the game with both earrings in, and then I came out to take pictures after the game because we were in the championship game, and my mom was like, "Hey, you're missing an earring," and then we couldn't find it.
Did the level of being scared go through the roof knowing that?
Well, yeah, kind of, but I also knew I just had I had a piece about the state championship. I mean, I knew we had worked so hard and that we deserved it and that we were going to win it no matter what. I knew that I trusted my teammates, and so I still had a piece about it. But.
So, going to college, where you guys are going, are you guys going to be playing the same positions? Because I think you're outfielder, right, Carly?
Yes, sir.
And you play infield, Alyssa?
I'm going for middle infield.
Oh, okay. Very good. Playlists. So obviously, we asked them before, in the last segment there, Apple Music, what's on the playlist getting you guys pumped up for a game?
I don't listen to music before games. I kind of just sit with my thoughts and think about a game plan. As a team, though, we do listen to They Not Like Us a lot because we have a very specific story with that one.
Gotcha.
And we also listen to a lot of country and stuff like that, too.
Nothing wrong with that. Alyssa, how about you?
Yeah, I just listen to what we have on our playlist. I don't really have a specific thing, but country is probably our number one.
Country and visual reps, it sounds like,
Yes.
right?
Yes,
okay.
sir.
So that really works.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. So did one thing that you guys went over, did it actually apply into certain situations you guys played in this year?
100%. I mean, we talked about before the play was made, having mentally prepared for that play. So there were several times that I've been in the outfield this season or I've been up at the plate and I would think about what I wanted to happen. And that prepared me because, when the ball would come to me, then that did happen. And so just being mentally prepared for that, I think that's a huge step. Just having the confidence in yourself and in your teammates to know that it's going to work out the way you want it to is a really big deal.
That's good stuff, as always, just like last year. Well, Alyssa Davenport, Carly Blackwell, thank you so much for coming back once again, being a part of the Spotlight Series and Off the Bench Radio. And congratulations once again. Good luck at the college level, and we'll be pulling for you guys for sure.
Thank you so much.
The corral is definitely full back in here. We got everybody back in the house here to kind of wrap up this edition of Off the Bench Radio. And Coach Limburg, since we got all the players in here, we'll put you on the spot. Anything you want to say to this group, these 5 Walker Valley Mustang state champions, before we get out of here?
I'm just incredibly proud of the young ladies that they are. Like I said earlier, they're just great kids, and they keep me laughing, keep me on my toes, and they're just a joy to be around, really, and just the amount of work that they put in and just the belief and the love that they've shown for the game and for each other and for our program. They've definitely, we talk every year about leaving a legacy, leave it better than you found it, and they truly did that this year. And I know that there'll be a lot of future Lady Mustangs that will want to step into their shoes and fulfill a state championship. So I'm just incredibly proud of them. I know that our seniors that are leaving are going to do great things, and I'm excited about this group that we have coming back. Because they're just a special group, and I'm looking forward already to next season.
We're looking for some good stories for these girls, right?
I can't say any of that on air.
That's funny. Definitely good personalities for sure. Based on what we've heard in the green room and talking before the show. So, what are you guys going to do to kill the summer before school starts? Before you two go to college, and before you 3 get started? Is it travel ball, hanging out? What are you guys going to get into?
Right now, I'm finishing off. I leave Sunday to go to Indiana for a week to finish up my last travel ball tournament ever. And then I go to the beach, and then I'll come back and go to school.
There you go. Whoever wants to take it.
I'm also finishing my last travel ball tournament this weekend. I'm doing that, and then I work a part-time job at the Elders Ace Hardware Mercantile store.
Shout out.
Hashtag shout out to the Mercantile. So I do that, and just going to church and doing worship and all that stuff too.
They're going to give you a deal to promote them on the program for sure.
Yeah, a raise would be nice.
No pressure, Elders Ace Hardware for sure. How about y'all down there on the other side?
Yeah, I'm just going to play travel ball for the rest of the summer and prepare for the next season.
There you go. What about the other two?
I'm gonna finish
seniors.
up travel ball and then do some traveling. I'm leaving next week to go to Boston and just hanging out around the house and on the river, and that's about it.
Very cool. Brylie, how about you?
I'm leaving Sunday night to go to Montana and then come back, and we're basically starting school. So yeah, that's about it.
Let's not leave Coach Richards out. How about you? Are you just enjoying the rest of your summer being an adult, I guess, like the rest of us?
I just want to go. Coach Limburg was really sucking up on the radio a minute ago. These are a bunch of wild animals, these children. They like to act innocent and whatnot, but
they represent Walker Valley very well, Coach.
Yeah. No, they are great kids, and we do love them very much. So I'm having a yard sale this weekend, so
there you go.
if anybody wants to
Richards
is
house.
it 50%
Sounds
off?
breathtaking.
We're also having a pancake breakfast at the Aubreys on August the 9th from 8 to 10. So we would love for you to come support our team at the Aubrey's in Cleveland on August the 9th from 8 to 10.
Send the info, by the way, because we'll promote that. Aubrey's is a good location. We've had a couple of our live remotes from there during the evening hours, of course, but definitely a great business. I want to give Kyle and his team a shout out because they really give back and allow a lot of local programs to be involved in the fundraiser for sure.
Yeah, they're super supportive of us.
Very cool. Well, thank you again, once again, for coming down. And I guess, let's do this next year for another state championship. How's that sound?
Sounds great to me.
All right, guys. Appreciate it.